The 2025 Nigerian Bar Association NBA Annual General Conference is just around the corner, and anticipation is building with the theme, Stand Out, Stand Tall. This year's conference promises to be an unforgettable experience, scheduled to take place from August 23rd or 22nd, as it were, to 29th at the International Conference Center here in Enugu. It's expected to bring together legal professionals, scholars, and experts from across the country and beyond. As the conference planning committee, led by Emeka Obegolu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and even the president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Afam Osigwe, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, working tirelessly to ensure a successful event. Attendees are supposedly looking forward to engaging conversations, insightful presentations, and valuable networking opportunities. The big question is, are the lawyers ready and in town for the conference? This is the Eastern Eye. I'm Alex Obodo. Welcome to the Eastern Eye, a program that x-rays the political, social, and economic developments around us. Joining me tonight to give us some perspectives on the preparations for the NBA conference is Ifeanyi Onwakwe. I should say here, I was a barrister, but they don't say that. But Ifeanyi Onwakwe, Esquire, is a little more likely. He's an LOC member of the NBA Conference Committee. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, you came from the venue. You've been quite busy. We've exchanged a few phone calls today. Thank you for joining me on the Eastern Eye tonight.
Thanks for having me, sir.
So the first question would be, is the NBA ready for this conference?
Quite ready. The NBA is quite ready. Everybody that's involved in the conference is here on the ground. The NBA president is here, Afam Josiah Osigwe, SAN. The chairman or the president of the National Conference Planning Committee, Dr. Emeka Obegolu, SAN, is also here. And also the LOC chairman, Local Organizing Committee chairman, Ikiazo Akariwe, SAN, is also here, with all their team members for the conference. So everybody is here. And we're also expecting more of our members to arrive between tomorrow and even on Sunday.
All right, let's talk about the theme of this conference. Stand out, stand tall. I mean, it looks like every time there is an NBA conference, the NBA tries to come up with something quite gripping and catchy. Yes. Stand out and stand tall. What is it about, really?
Actually, the NBA is a leader in the society anywhere. Lawyers are leaders in the society because the motto of NBA is promoting the rule of law. And you know, the rule of law is at the base of everything. As far as the developed human society is concerned. So in choosing that team, standing out and standing tall, we are trying to underline the role and the position of lawyers in society as beacons of the society, as people who stand for the best in society, as people who defend human rights in society, as people who kind of are the moral compass of the society.
So let's talk about numbers. I've heard lots of things. Some people say 5,000 people are coming, some say 10,000 people, some say 15,000, some say 20,000. How many people are you expecting in Enugu for this
We're
conference?
Expecting over 20,000.
Wow.
Yes, going by the figures I have seen today. We expect. I know that people are even coming in to register as walking registrants. You understand that?
Apart from the website registration.
Apart from, yes.
Which I understand.
People have been registering for this conference in January this year.
Yes, it looks like the online registration has ended. I think I was there.
Yes.
Yeah, but they can register when they walk in.
Yes, as long as you're a lawyer in Nigeria. But the thing is that, you see, there's an advantage. There's an advantage in the registering area. If you register early, you register under what we call the early bird.
Okay.
Depending on your category, because whatever you do in the law is by category. You know, it's not what a lawyer that is 1 year old in the bar pays that a senior advocate pays. You know, there's a lot of difference. So if you register early, you get a lot of things. For example, let me just tell you. For instance, if a senior advocate registers early, he stands to gain as much as 100,000 naira. Yes, a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Just for registering early. Just like booking your flight early.
That's the truth.
The fare will be slightly lower.
Very low for you. But if you now register at the very nick of the conference, you'll be prepared to pay the cost at that stage. Yes.
So I was at the venue just maybe an hour ago. Let me just be precise.
Yes.
And I saw that a lot of work still being put in place. Not like the venue is not there; it's there, but all the insignia of the NBA regarding the conference are being erected. But I noticed that we have lots of tents at the Opera Square section of the venue. So talk to us. What are those tents for?
Yes, the tents are for breakout sessions of the conference. You see, at this conference, we're expecting close to 50 speakers, key speakers, public intellectuals that will be coming to speak to us. You name them. In fact, let me just mention one of them, General Olusegun. That's the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who will be the keynote speaker. And so many others who have made their names across the world, in law and other areas, because the law is more of everything, you understand that? So we don't just invite lawyers, we invite economists, we invite development experts, we invite even people in the medical profession, people in banking, to come in and talk to lawyers about the society, how to move the society forward. So we're expecting more than 50 speakers, key speakers for the conference. And it's not just possible to put them in one place under 7 days or under 5 days, you understand?
That's correct.
So those tents you are seeing are for breakout sessions. So that you decide where to go to, depending on your interest. We are going to have almost about 10 tents. You have seen them there. Yeah, at Tabora Square, yes.
Lots of tents, lots of chillers, different things.
So many things. Yes. You see, the MBA conference is a very big event. It's a very big affair. You understand that? Yes. I don't want to talk in terms of monetary terms, but I'm just saying it's a very big affair. And the MBA has been having annual conferences since our first president, Safara Williams. You understand that? That's more than 70 years ago. So it's a very big, and it's done professionally. Let me just use that word. It's done professionally.
So yearly, up until this moment. So why the choice of Enugu?
Yes, we're in Enugu because Enugu is a very promising place now. You understand that? Yes. When our current president was elected last year, when he was sworn in, I was in Lagos at the Lagos Conference Hotel. I know you know the place. When you're here, but it shows that we're going to Port Harcourt for our conference. Because normally the MBA chooses cities that have infrastructure to sustain it. Because I told you we're expecting more than 20,000 lawyers. So there has to be infrastructure to sustain the conference. At least where you have, something like that. So there and then, spontaneously, you chose Port Harcourt. But you know what happened? A legitimate and proper government in Rivers State was suspended. And let me even say sacked. You understand? Yes, unconstitutionally. You understand that? So the MBA as the beacon of knowledge and leadership in society felt that it would not be right for us to go and be hosted, by an illegitimate government. So there and then, the MBA leadership and what we call the Congress of the MBA, the National Congress of the MBA, decided that we must change venue, And then many places were considered. At the end of it, Enugu was chosen to host our conference. And we know that Enugu is capable of hosting the conference.
So what was the major reason why Enugu was chosen?
Enugu was chosen because Enugu had the infrastructure to host us. And secondly, because also the government in Enugu was also prepared to host us. You understand that? Yes. I don't want to mention the fact that our governor is a lawyer. Our deputy governor is a lawyer. Our AG is a lawyer. So many commissioners in the cabinet are lawyers. You understand that? So I don't want to mention those things. But Enugu was prepared and keen to host us. And that's why we're in Enugu. Yes.
All right. I like the fact that you mentioned a bit breakout sessions and lots of people talking. So help us put it in perspective. When is the conference starting proper?
The conference will start proper on Monday. Because today we had our Juma prayer in the mosque at Robinson Street. We were there. Tomorrow we have what we call the health walk. It will take us from Opera Square. That's from ICC Opera Square. And then take us through Presidential Road up to Eastern Shop. And then up to Obotiba Junction, New Haven Junction. And then take us through Bisala Road. And then through Government House. And then back to ICC, That will be the major activity for tomorrow. And also, in between, a lot of things happen in the sidelines of the conference. So many classes of the bar, Whenever I leave the law school, you have a class. And these classes, there are many, Just think about It just and they use this anytime you don't have any activity in the ITC. These classes use that opportunity to meet. You know, if you left the law school in 2000, you meet your classmates. You know, I know you know how you're doing. So that's the thing. So, but the major activity of the bar tomorrow will be the health walk. But then there will be other subsidiary activities. Then based on the class and all that, you know, there will be so many class meetings tomorrow. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Sunday
will be the Christian church service that will take place at the Cathedral of the Good Shepherd, Independence Layout, from 10 a.m. Yes.
Okay, great. So then, what exactly is supposed to happen on Monday?
On Monday, we have the opening ceremony. You know, the opening ceremony, where we expect the president or his representative to come and declare the bar conference open. Last year, the president sent the vice, Kashim Shettima. He was there with us in Lagos. And yes, and then that's also when we also have the keynote speech by the keynote speaker. This time I've told it's going to be Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former head of state and former president of Nigeria. So after that, on Monday, we close. You know, that will take place at ICC. And then from Tuesday, we start having the breakout sessions. You know, we start having the breakout sessions. You have seen those tents in Obara Square.
That's
right. When we start making use of them. Those are going to be specialized topics, you know, being discussed. And we're going to have very prominent public intellectuals come to speak to us on different aspects of life, not just the law. Okay.
Yeah, yes, I think looking at preliminary sense, what they are talking about here. Tuesday is the breakout sessions and president's dinner.
Yes.
So there's going to be a dinner.
Yes. The dinner of the president of the bar. You know, the bar is synonymous with dinners.
Yeah, I think.
Yes. For you to become a lawyer, you have to go through three dinners in the law school.
That's
you know?
right.
It's regulated. If you miss any of them, they don't call you to the bar. You wait for until next year. You understand that? So we're going to have the president's dinner on that day. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't need to ask where the venue is. Okay. They say law is a great feeling. Only lawyers feel it. Isn't it?
Yes,
and for this dinner, only lawyers will know where the I understand.
No, but we're also going to invite people like you. We're not selfish. We have enough for everybody. For everybody who will come, you know, and who is actually qualified to come.
Okay.
Like the press.
All right. So, I mean, what is it exactly that lawyers gain by attending the NBA conference?
A lot of things.
Yeah. I mean, maybe people who are not lawyers will be wondering, why is Alex asking this question? But there are others who are not lawyers who would like to know. That's actually the reason. Okay. The question is not for lawyers. It's for non-lawyers. Okay.
There are so many advantages or benefits that lawyers gain from attending the conference. You know, the profession is a thing that you keep learning every day. You understand that? If you stop learning, you stop being a lawyer. Though you still have the certificate. But if you stop learning, you stop being a lawyer in the very sense of the word. You understand that? So the truth is that by coming to the conference, lawyers update themselves in terms of the law and the practice of the law. In every aspect of the law. You know? Property practice, criminal practice, and the rest of them. So they update themselves every day. If you come to the conference, you get updated. You understand that? And also, there's also a very good opportunity for networking among lawyers, you know, and also with, like I told you, we are going to have more than 50 speakers from different areas, you know. We're not just, like I told you, it's not just lawyers that will speak also. We are going to have public intellectuals, people who are knowledgeable in certain areas, you know, people who have gotten the experience. Like last year, our keynote speaker was the DG of WTO, World Trade Organization, Okonjo-Iweala. The previous year, we had a Chimamanda Adichie, the famous writer, you know. That's if I want to go back now. So this year, we have Obasanjo, Chief of Olusegun Obasanjo, the former head of state of Nigeria, former president of Nigeria. So we learn a lot because, you know, the experience that people have in public office gives them a lot of knowledge. You understand that? So they will come and share it with us. And I also have spoken about networking. And also, apart from network, we also talk about reunion. You know, you reunite with your friends, you know, your classmates that were in law school with you 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, you know. And also there's also a credit, you know, in terms of mandatory professional development, you understand that you get by attending the conference. And also there's another thing. If you are going to be considered for any office, a higher office in life, maybe to be appointed a judge or magistrate, or, you know, judge at any level, High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, they have to take into account your attendance to conferences. So those are the benefits and many more.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, it's important you explain that. So
yes,
let's talk about the preparations you put in that has been put in place for this. You said that registration started in January.
Yes. That's
So, but how many subcommittees do you have for this?
We, like I told you, we have three sets of three levels of structure for this conference. We have the national level, which we call the National Conference Planning Committee, headed by Dr. Emeka Obegolu, SAN. Then we have the Enugu State Interministerial Committee, headed by the AG, Attorney General of Enugu State.
Okay.
Yes, it's like the governor's delegates. Because actually the governor is delegate. The governor cannot come and be doing delegate. So he delegated that responsibility to him. He's heading that. And it involves all the ministries, all the MDAs in the Enugu State, especially those related to the conference. And then we have the local organizing committee, the one that's headed by Akariwe Ikazo, SAN. That is the one on the ground. Most of the members are drawn from the local bar and the local bars around Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Imo State, Enugu State. You understand that the local bars around. I'm a member of the local organizing committee. Yes.
Okay, great. So let's talk about Thursday. See, the AGM. Is it the if you like, the icing on the cake is the AGM? How important is that AGM? I mean, if someone has traveled all the way to Enugu and misses out in attending the AGM, what would that mean?
Thank you very much. The AGM is actually the stock-taking platform of the bar. It's not only done at the national level, we also do it at the local bar level. After every year, the president at the national level or the chairman at the local level presents a scorecard of what he himself and his executive have done in the past 1 year. So that's the AGM. Reporting to the bar, all the lawyers, what they have done as our leaders in the past 1 year, that's the AGM. That's the AGM. Yes, annual general meeting. Like I told you, it's not just at the national bar, it takes place also in the local bars, you know.
I suppose it's a bit of a closed door thing.
It's a meeting. It's a meeting for lawyers, for members of the bar, and also the president at the national level now. So, like lastly, we had our own in Lagos. In fact, the venue was Federal Place Hotel, Victoria Island. That's why now we're having this one here in Enugu now. Yes. The bar president will just presented this, and then we ask him questions. You know, we just want to know how our bar is working. You know, there's an opportunity for feedback. Stop taking.
Yeah, I've just seen quite a few guests, but I wasn't really able to interview anyone. Okay. But from what you've seen already, those that have already come into town, do you think that they are impressed with what they're seeing? Because not a lot of people have come to Enugu. All they know about Enugu are the things people say about the city and the things they've seen on TV maybe 10 years ago. Some of them don't have current knowledge of the city. Do you think this will be a very great opportunity for them to know the city and its people?
That is one of the reasons for hosting the conference. That's one of the reasons why the government of Enugu State decided to host the conference along with the NBA. You understand that? So, and I think it is happening already. We are seeing Enugu now. Enugu is changing. If you were here 2 years ago, a lot of things have changed. Isn't that so? A lot of things have changed. I will not see new bus stops. I will not see new facilities everywhere. You understand that? Yes. Just yesterday, the Commission for the Presidential, which has been moribund for the past 30 or 20 years, I can't remember. You understand that? So those things, and if not for this thing, because if not for time overrun, the International Conference Center Hotel would have been ready for this conference. But unfortunately, it's not ready, but there's no problem. You understand that? So Enugu is changing, we're all seeing it. And like our governor said he wants to his plan is to grow Enugu's economy from $4.44 billion, 4.4 to 30 billion. You know, so this is the process. We're seeing it. It has started. And now, we are now marketing Enugu states to the entire world through the NBA. Because remember, this NBA conference is not just for Nigerian lawyers. People are coming from Kenya, from South Africa, from UK, from US, from Japan, from Switzerland, you understand that? From ICJ, from the International Criminal Court. So they will see Enugu, you know, which they have never seen before. And I should give the government the credit. They have tried a lot. They have done a lot.
So I hear the Nigerian Bar Association is the largest bar in Africa.
Yes, it is.
Is it just the largest bar in Africa by name or by size or by reputation?
By everything. By size. If you look at the numbers, you look at membership, we're the largest. If you look at even history, you understand that? Even history. Our bar is more than 100 years old. You understand that? Our first lawyer in Nigeria by record is he graduated about 1868. Yes. Safara Williams, you understand? So, by history, and even by activity, you understand that? Yes. Our bar has more than 130 branches. The Nigerian Bar Association has more than 130 branches. Then we have 5. We have Enugu branch, we have Obolafo, we have Nsukka, we have Uji River, we have Zagu. Just Enugu states. And that's the way it's 130 branches and still counting. So it's largest. By any criteria you use, or any criteria you use, you score a bar association, the largest in Africa.
How do you qualify to have a bar branch? Because I know the Ezago branch is ESBA, that's what they call it. And the OG and all that, the Nsukka, Obolafo. How do you qualify?
By the constitution of the NBA, there's a minimum number of lawyers that be practicing jurisdiction.
Okay.
That can enable the NBA to license that place as a branch. Minimum number of lawyers. And also there has to be a high court there. High court.
Okay.
Whether it's federal high court or state high court. So all these places I mentioned have high courts. Enugu has a number of high courts. Ezago has a...
So, quite naturally, you cannot be claiming a bar branch if you don't have a court, a high court at least.
A high court. No, we just yes, we go and practice. Yeah. So, and also minimum number of lawyers, you know.
That's right.
And then you have to apply.
So, what's the minimum number of lawyers?
We expect a minimum of 50. That is the constitution. 50 lawyers, yes.
We're going to take a break now. When we come back, I have more questions for Barrister Wakwe here. Stay with us. You're welcome back to Eastern Eye here on Afia TV, a program that x-rays the political, social, and economic developments around us. So, let's talk about the president of the NBA, Mazi Afam Osigwe, SAN. How long has he been in the office now?
He was sworn in last year, August last year. It's just 1 year.
Okay, so how long does it take for someone to remain as president?
It's 2 years. He'll be stepping down next year.
Next year.
Yes.
Wow, that's so short a time. Is there a reason why? Is there a reason why is that short?
Yes, because lawyers, we are Democrats. You understand that? Yes, we are Democrats. We go by the law. The constitution of NBA says you serve for 2 years, and then give chance to another person. You understand that?
I mean, in street language, that's only but I mean, you serve your time, you buy your time.
Yes, those 2 years, you have it to do everything you want to do.
Yeah.
And according to the constitution.
No re-election. You can't run again.
You don't run twice. You don't run twice. Right. Yes, you don't run twice. Because we have many people who are qualified to lead the bar, And because of that, the important thing is to give every person the chance to run. You understand that? I know the leadership of the bar is not like the way other professions do their own. Our own is highly democratic. Every lawyer votes to elect our president. And we don't do that by proxy. It's direct.
You have to be present.
It's direct. For this Afam, I voted. And every lawyer in Nigeria also voted during the elections last year. Yes.
So how do you determine where the president comes from? Is it by zoning? Is there something? Is it by zoning, geopolitical zone? What is it really? Because I have maybe something like a roll call of the president's different persons. Yes. I think from 92 There's a lady there, and
yes,
it goes on.
yes.
I saw it on display at the
okay, yes. We remember, normally when we have conference like this,
that's Kuye, Priscilla Kuye. Was there.
Yes, she was president. President, and yes, it's one of our things. The truth is that in the bar, okay, I speaking about that from Osigwe, he has been doing wonderfully well. You understand that? Yes, and Afamosibi is also a core bar man. Before he became president, he was also Secretary General of the bar. Okay. About 2016, you understand that? Before he now ran for presidency and won. You understand that? So he's a core bar man, and if you take if you ask the bar people in the bar, they will tell you that Osigwe has been doing very well in terms of the core mandate of the bar, which is upholding the rule of law and other things too. You know?
Yeah.
Yes, you read his public statements.
Yeah, speaking about that,
you read his public statements.
When there was state of emergency in Rivers State, he spoke up. I mean, and fast too. He spoke up and made the opinion of the bar.
At the time it matters. At the time it matters.
So how important is that opinion? Because sometimes you don't get to see it.
Before I speak about that, let me talk about the local government elections in Rivers State. You remember what happened? The last one, not this one they just had. The one before they brought in the administrator.
That's right.
There was this issue that these police, for their own reasons, you understand, saying that they will not provide security. The bar issued a statement. I want you to, if I can send a statement to you later on WhatsApp or any other media handle. You see that the police is compelled by the constitution to provide security. You understand that? If not for that statement, we would have had bloodshed in Rivers State that day. Yes, sir. Because the contending camps were ready to fight. But that statement doused tension. Yes, sir. That's the rule of the law. That's the rule of the bar. Yes, sir. That the bar is not a political place. Yes, sir. That it's not a political organization. In fact, I can't even remember any president of the bar who later went back to run for election. Yes, sir. Because that's a very serious responsibility. You understand that? Yes, because you are given the opportunity to lead society towards what is good according to the law. You understand that? So, Afamosibe has been intervening in Nigerian society at the appropriate time over very sensitive issues. So many of them, not just, look at what happened in Niger State, where the governor closed the radio station. I know that Badegi radio. Do you read his statement on that? Yeah. You also read the issue that concerning this Ebom and the other musician, Kwan. So those are the things. The bar provides leadership, shows the way, according to the law. It doesn't go outside the law. You understand that? Afamosibe has been there fantastically. Ask any member of the bar. If not for that, that's where I score him 100% if possible. You understand that? He has been doing that. So, back to your question about our destiny. When the bar started, there was no issue of zoning. You understand that?
That's right.
And the bar was mainly concentrated in the southwest, mainly Lagos. You understand that? It was an elite profession. Yeah. So if you look at the history of our bar, you see that maybe the first 10 or 20 presidents all came from Lagos. So, they were passing in Lagos. You understand that? But of recent, we have tried to also provide justice to other sections of the country. You understand that? We now have what we call Bar Forum. We have the Eastern Bar Forum, we have the Midwest Bar Forum, we have the Western Bar Forum, we have the Northern Bar Forum. So, periodically, this presidency and other positions are rotated. You understand that? If you use the word zoning.
That's right.
So that's to give everybody a sense of belonging. Belonging. There's no point saying that, like I told you in the past now, when everything about law practice was in Lagos, and so we had many presidents from there. But now, we rotate our presence. Afamosibe succeeded somebody from Kebbi State, Yakubu Mikiao, from the north. You understand that? And it's very likely that as Afamosibe is stepping down, somebody from the southwest will be taken over from him, not from the southeast again. That's the way it is. We have been using that system. It's been helping us, just for equity.
Have you imagined Nigeria without the Nigerian Bar Association? Have you imagined it before? Have you imagined the country without Nigeria Bar Association?
If we had it, the NBA would have had to invent one. You understand that? Yes, because the NBA is playing a very important role. You understand that? That is the only one organization that speaks and everybody listens. That's the truth. I just spoke about Rivers State now. In fact, I was seriously disturbed on that day of the elections for local government in Rivers State. A few months ago, You know? Yes, because all the parties were daggers drawn. You understand that? Waiting for opportunity to fight and kill themselves. But as soon as the NBA issued that statement,
Okay.
as soon as the NBA issued that statement, you know, the tension was doused. So I don't think that the NBA is very, very important to the Nigerian society. You understand? As it is to all other countries of the world. You know, when they had problem in Kenya, you know, after the 2007 election, you know, the bar there also came in. Even during the apartheid struggles in South Africa, you know, the bar is very important because what we study in law is how to use the law to control society. Yes, how to use the law to control society. So I don't think the MBA is very, very important, you know. Yes, I can't imagine Nigeria without an MBA. Unless God decides to come and rule Nigeria directly.
All right, it's time for another break here on the Eastern Eye. When we come back, we'll find out whether Enugu is standing still for this NBA conference. Stay with us. You're welcome back to the Eastern Eye here on Afia TV, a program that X-rays the political, social, and economic developments around us. And we're still having this conversation. Barrister Uwakweze, Ifeanyi Uwakweze, is Enugu standing still for the NBA conference? I think this is the first time it's happening here. It hasn't happened here before, has it?
It has happened, but I wouldn't say
a long time ago.
A long time ago, and not so
I mean, we can't remember anymore.
It's a long time.
It's too long ago that we can't remember.
Yes.
So actually, should Enugu be proud that they're hosting this?
We need to be very, very proud. And let me also say that we need to be very, very grateful to our governor, the governor, and also his team, you know, his team in the ESCO, in the House of Assembly, and all of them in the Enugu State government for hosting this conference. Because actually they are hosting this conference. They're not just, it's not just that things is happening in Enugu, they are hosting the conference directly, you know. The government has to set up an inter-ministerial committee made up of more than 15 subcommittees addressing various aspects from security to welfare to transport to accommodation. You understand that? Everything. You see? So, in fact, on behalf of our president, Majafamo Osigwe, our LOC chairman, Ikeza Kariwe, SAN, and our CPC chairman, Dr. Emeka Obegolu, SAN. I want to thank the governor and his government for the way they are hosting this conference. It's great. Everybody's impressed. That is from people who are here in Enugu, that's the Enugu bar members, so people who are coming from across the country and also from outside the country. We're all impressed. The governor is doing far beyond our expectation. Beyond our expectation, that's the truth. So we're very grateful.
So the news around town is that there are no hotel rooms available anymore. That the barmen, and I mean that in a good way, that the barmen have taken over all the hotel rooms because there is a week-long conference.
Yeah.
All the lawyers across the country and from beyond will be in the city, enjoying the meals, enjoying the air and the scenery, and also enjoying whatever it is we enjoy here.
Yes.
So what do you think will be most profound for those who are visiting Enugu at this time?
Like you said now, Enugu is actually very, very, very much occupied and, very busy hosting the conference. Very busy hosting the conference. You have said about hotels. Everywhere is busy, you know, and we are seeing it. The restaurants are busy, you know, the taxi people, the cabs, the buses, you know, everybody is busy. You understand that? The beer parlors are busy, you know. That is the essence of the conference. To accelerate, to help the economic activity in Enugu State. You understand that? That is the truth. That's why, because you know our government is a businessman. You know, so you understand the benefits of hosting the conference. So the benefits are just too many. And then the lawyers are coming in their numbers because some of them also have read and heard what is happening in Enugu from the media. So they want to come and see it themselves. You understand that? Mm-hmm. And also the government is also using the opportunity to showcase Enugu in every way, you know, to showcase our potentials in business, potentials in tourism, potentials in culture, our human potentials in Enugu. What the positive things about Enugu, the government is using the opportunity, and all of us are using the opportunity to showcase it. Yes, our LOC has a subcommittee on tourism and socials, and all the tourism centers and sites in Enugu State have been highlighted.
Yes,
it's been codified. I can send it to you. Yes, yes,
I know,
all of them.
I've seen that already.
And there is a plan to ferry all these buses here, these long buses you are seeing, these CNG buses, to take our delegates to all these places according to your choice. Yes, on one particular day will be brought out for it, and then the delegates will, where do you want to choose? They will, you make a choice. They take you to the place. You see it. So, and we expect that as things are happening, the economy of Enugu is being helped.
The people
both in the short run and in the long run
will spend money here.
Yeah, they will spend money, and some of them will even make up their minds to invest here. To invest here. Remember that our government promised that it wants to make Enugu and the ultimate destination for investment, tourism, and living. That's his promise, and that's what we're also trying to use this conference to achieve. Yes, that's the truth.
All right, and you know what? I have to wish the Nigerian Bar Association the best of luck in this conference. And I have to thank you for coming. Barrister Ifeanyi Nwakwe is a member of the LOC, Local Organizing Committee for the NBA Conference, Enugu 2025. Thank you for coming to the Eastern Eye tonight. I'm sure you were supposed to be at Agbara Square now, sorting a few things.
Yes.
Or helping someone to settle in. But you decided to come here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
And that's the Eastern Eye for tonight. We'll be here on Monday when we'll have fresh episodes of the program. My name is Alex Obodo. Good night.